The last sketch we want to investigate here is the k-minimum value, KMV sketch. And like for the Flageolet-Martin sketch, we are interested in estimating the number of distinct elements n of a multiset or stream S. So let's see how this works. We have here a hash function again, and this hash function, and this is an important property, is mapping the values uniformly into the interval 0, 1. So this can be illustrated as is done here. So we have now the interval 0, 1, and these blue dots here are our values which are mapped to 0, 1. You can see that they are nicely uniformly mapped into this range. So now the KMV synopsis, so our small compact data structure, consists of the k smallest values of these hashed values here. Hence also the name k-minimum value synopsis. So let's denote these values with u1 for the smallest one, u2 for the second smallest one, up to uk. And then we have here an unbiased estimator for n, which is k-1 divided by uk. That means k-1 divided by the k smallest of these hash values. So why does this work? The hashing is dropping these n distinct values uniformly to 0, 1 interval. Of course, we do not know n, right? We just assume n to be given. So you can illustrate this as follows then. We have here again these blue dots, like on the slide before, and the distance between these n dots, we only have here the distinct ones, of course. So this is also important to note that here we're keeping the values, we keep only distinct u values. So in case we have a duplicate hash output, we just ignore it. That's important. This is also why the sketch is counting duplicate values, right? So anyway, now in this illustration, we see that by this uniform mapping of these n distinct values in the interval, the distance between two of these blue dots is 1 divided by n. And we are interested in n, right? So how can we now get the n in this problem? Well, look at the k's value here, k smallest value. How large is this in expectation? Well, it is k times the gap. The gap is 1 divided by n, so it's k times 1 divided by n. This is like the expected value for uk. So now we're just solving this equation for n, and voila, we get our estimator, which in this case is a biased estimator, k divided by uk. But this is the way you're deriving this estimator, and to see why the sketch is working. And if you're using k-1 instead of k, as on the previous slide, then the paper, the theory shows that the estimator is unbiased. Here's a little example for KMV. What I did here was simply to look at characters A to Z. So there are 26 characters, and here we have the sorted hash values of these 26 characters using MD5 hashing and then mapping to 0, 1 in an ascending way, so the smallest one first. And now we can vary k by looking at the smallest one or the first two smallest ones and so on. As you notice, for the estimator, we do not really need the k smallest one, but only the one k smallest one. So not k values, but only one value we need, right? As in the equation was given. We will see in a minute why we're still keeping more than one value. So you see here now in the illustration in the table on the right side, a value k, and the value that the unbiased estimator gives us, and here we see the value of uk. So first of all, why are in general distinct elements counted? It is because you do not consider multiple hash values mapping to the same or multiple hash function outputs which are the same. This is you're dropping that, right? You're not considering this. So naturally it is counting the distinct elements. So let's see what the table tells us. So we see, of course, that the perfect estimate would be 26, right? Because we have characters A to Z. So you see in the beginning the estimate is quite bad. So we get here the estimate of 5.8. So this is quite far off, but as you see, as you increase in K, the estimate is getting better and better. But it is not true in general that by making a larger K, the error will get smaller. For instance, you see here these two values that if you take K equals 15, the estimate is better than the estimate for K equals 16. This can happen depending on how these actual hash values are placed in this interval 0 and 1, right? Because only in theory these are really uniformly mapped to 0, 1. In practice, of course, it is not the case. The tendency, however, is that the estimator gets better if K is increasing, right? But here you see that this is not in practice the case. So now, like for the Flageolet-Martin sketch, let's assume we have one KMV sketch for a multiset A and one for a multiset B. Can we combine these estimators or these sketches to get an estimate for the union or the intersection maybe as well? So here you have the synopsis for a set A and for a set B. We look here at the K minimum values, right? Not only at the UK value, this is important now. So you're really keeping in the synopsis the K smallest values, right? Not only UK, right? This is important. This is enough for the estimator, but here on this slide, it should be clear why we're keeping the values, the K smallest values. Because now we need them. If you want to get an estimate for the union of these two sets, so the number of distinct elements in the union of A and B, then you're taking the union of the K minimum values here and keeping again the K smallest ones. And this is why we need to keep these K values each and not only the UK value. So this now synopsis here, the way it is created as described here, is an estimate or brings you an estimator for the union of these two sets, right? We can even do this for the intersection, which is given here. I'm not going into details here, doesn't really matter for this course, but you can also obtain, given the KMV sketches for two sets A and B, the unbiased estimator for the distinct values in the intersection between the two multisets.